We're back with another episode of Like the Way You Drink podcast. I am Tim Gillette, your co-host, along with my greatest co-host ever.
Gladys Boutwell in Oregon.
Yeah. So despite the fact you live in Oregon, you're still cool.
It's actually somebody up. It's warm out today. Oh my goodness, it is warm out, and it'll be warm through Wednesday, and then it's supposed to rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay, careful talking about the weather because Katrina and I's podcast got flagged, and we talked about the weather last week.
Okay.
What? Like YouTube took us down, and we don't know why, but anyway, it's okay. I mean, we made a mistake. I'm sure we said something we weren't supposed to, and we're sorry, YouTube. We don't mean to do that.
Oh my goodness. The thing is that I constantly bring it up because I'm in Oregon.
Well, you're in Oregon. The weather's always news.
It is, because you never know what you're going to get. We're like a box of chocolates out here. It's like, it was the other day I was doing some training, so I was at the coast. We don't call it the beach here. We go to the coast. You don't go to the beach here. And so I'm at the coast and it's sunny out. I go, oh, nice. I go outside and it is cold. The breeze is hitting and I'm like, okay, vest and jacket. It was quite hilarious, but at least the sun was out, which was really nice.
I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I'd take a jacket with me wherever I went. Yeah, it chilled down a little bit. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we've got some interesting stuff tonight. First of all, our food for tonight is Taco Bell.
Ding.
Yeah.
Ding. Ding.
Ding, ding. Yeah. Okay. I threw my bag. Wait, no, my bag's not full. Here it is. So yeah. See, Taco Bell.
Well, I know. Order ahead for contact.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I ordered ahead, but mine came with a meal. So I've got a big Dr. Pepper.
So, see, I got crunchy. Yeah, they are like, oh, do you want the combo number 3 meal? And I was like, and I said no because I just wanted tacos. But I looked at the combo number 3. It was like a burrito, a taco, and a drink. I was like, no,
we need tacos.
3. What are you coming up?
But we should have added a burrito in with it.
You know, but we were doing tacos all month, so that's why we chose to just stick with the tacos. Yeah. And Taco Bell is not something that I purposely go out of my way to go get, but we had to do Taco Bell, hence Taco Month. So
wait a minute. You know what I mean? Because if you, if you leave things to popular opinion, Taco Bell is the number one Mexican restaurant in the world. Some of y'all get that joke later. It is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway.
So I've learned that the Crunchy Taco Supreme has a lot of the goodies inside. What I did not grab was a fork, and I know these are going to fall apart, so I'm going to make a mess. But the Crunchy, I don't like doughy tortillas, so I don't do the soft hardly anywhere unless it's a Mexican restaurant. So the Crunchy is my go-to. It's got the meat, it's got the lettuce and the sour cream and the tomatoes and the cheese. So
yeah, I got the Supremes too, but I got soft tacos, and all I was thinking about was how the time period of how long it was going to take to get them here.
Okay.
For the show. All right, would the crunchy ones be would they be soggy? So, and then chips. I've got white corn chips tonight. All right.
I stuck with my Juanitas because I got a fresh bag because the other ones were out. See, my thought was, even if it got soggy down here, we have enough crunch up here.
Yeah. You know what the one thing is? Wait a minute. I didn't look in the bag to see if I got.
These actually look pretty. You would think this is like, wow, take them off the packaging and they look pretty darn good.
You know what I did not get and what you always get from Taco Bell? What is the one thing you always get from Taco Bell? Those packets.
Well, you know what I found out is that if you don't ask them again at the window, they will not put them in there. So, yeah. And I don't do drive-thrus, and I had to do a drive-thru today, and with COVID, I hadn't done drive-thru since 2016 because I figure if it's that important, I'm going to get my ass out of the car, and go inside. So, but today I did go through drive-thru, and so I had asked for 2 mild and 1 hot. Well, the last time we did a drive-thru, we got nothing. So I said, "Did you put the hot sauces in there?" And it's on the receipt. And he goes, "I don't remember." I'm like, just give me like 4 or 5 of whatever you grab. So he gave me 2, 4, 5. So 5 little packets, because these come in handy beyond the taco. And usually there's 1 to 2 being used per taco. And as it says there, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I used to have a way, so I still have some of the ones from the local restaurant, right? I used to have a way that I would hold my taco and rip this open with my teeth, and I used to have a girlfriend who picked on me for the way I did it.
Well, I'm gonna take a bite of this because I'm starving. I did have a late lunch, but it was a very late lunch at 1 o'clock. So, cheers.
Cheers. So, our drinks that we got tonight was a very interesting thing that you actually brought up. That I said we have to do these. They're called Chelada. Is that how it's pronounced?
Mm-hmm. It's mi chelada. So there's a history behind the mi chelada. There's a couple of thoughts. One of them is that in Latin America, and primarily in Mexico, but in Latin America for the most part, a beer is called a chelada.
Okay.
And then when you call it me, it's my. So my chelada.
Okay.
So that's one train of thought. The other train of thought when it comes to the michelada is and yes, every country will give Mexico the kudos for coming up with it. It was back in the 1970s. There was a sports bar in oh my goodness, Potosí, in San Juan Potosí, and this sports bar. There was this guy that would come in. Mind you, when I saw the name, I thought it was Michelle. It's and I guess it's Michael.
Okay.
But it's the person's name is Michelle Esper, and so Michelle would go into the sports bar and would always ask for a beer, usually a light beer, or you can call it a lager. They call it a blonde in Latin America. It's usually a blonde, and he would say, with lime, salt, and ice and a straw. And he would always order it. And so then they started calling it the Michel because it was his particular way he wanted it. And it's in this goblet, those round goblets that they'll usually put the Mexican shrimp cocktails or now the micheladas in there. And it's called chabela. And so it's this round mug. And so
I tried to go around.
Yeah, only nice and round. I mean, it looks like a ball almost at the top. It's just really cool, and it's big and heavy. And so the story goes that they started naming it after him, Michel, that would go in a chabela. And so you put the Michel in the chabela, and so then it was mi chabela. So mi chelada is the way that it. So that's the story.
Yeah.
And it depends on, do you want the romantic one where somebody, because being a patron, always going in, or do you want I just want my cold beer? A chelada usually means because it's ice cold. So whichever way you want to name it.
Yeah, it seems to pour like a beer. Went to a very foamy head, and I have to watch it.
Mm-hmm. And usually it's made, there's a couple of recipes depending on where you're getting it. So if you are in Mexico, it will usually have clamato. So your clamato, in other countries, they will use either vegetable tomato juice or clamato, or anything that has the clams in it, that clam shrimpy flavor. It will have Worcestershire sauce. And it'll have lime juice, usually fresh, salt and pepper, and some will add Maggi. So they'll add this. It's almost like a soy.
Yeah.
So it's a seasoning salt. If you are in Cuba, the Cuban one does not have any tomato juice in it. It only has the beer, the Worcestershire sauce, the Maggi, the lime, and salt and pepper. And it is all mixed together. And then what a lot of times they'll do is that they'll put salt rim. I like, and some of them will do tajin. So if you're at a Mexican restaurant, you might actually get tajin.
Mm-hmm.
This good stuff. It's got that citrusy lime chili in it. And it's not hot. It's when you look at the hotness of it. But this goes on the rim. And that's really what it is. But I started buying the Modelo, and this is actually my go-to. And what you have is what I like. The Safeway was out, so I got the orange one.
Okay.
And on my way back, because I had to pass the Plaid Pantry. So Nick at Plaid Pantry, thank you so much. They had the Modelo, but I decided to go with Estrella. This one is brewed in California, so I opted to try the mango chelada.
Yeah, we didn't have that one here,
so
we
I
went with
decided,
2 Modelos, and basically because we were looking at them, and Gwen got them for ours from the grocery store, and I said, like, go with the Modelos.
right.
Again, we had Budweiser, but I'm not doing Budweiser on our show. I'm sorry. I have standards. Those of you who love Budweiser, I'm sorry.
Budweiser and Bud Light.
Yeah, and Bud Light. I'm sorry. I just can't. This show's about, tasting things. And I had an old neighbor who used to drink like Bud Light, Keystone Light, and he would just drink them, because they were cheap, and he'd drink a bunch of them because they were cheap. I don't drink things because they're cheap or because I want to get drunk. I drink things for the taste. All right. And that's one of the reasons why I got this. So I've got 2. I've got a mango chili, which is the one you said you liked.
My favorite.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that I found at my local liquor store was this Flores Michelada. It's the original premium Michelada cup.
Okay.
It's one of those that doesn't have, it's like a styrofoam. What cracks me up is that the edge of it is as though it had the tajin on it. It cracks me up. And, you see the celery in there. In Mexican restaurants, and if you're in Mexico, they will dress a michelada the way that I love my Bloody Marys up here, with different types of food. So some of them will have like gummy bears on there. They put them on skewers with the ropes or the gummies. It's what is it, a gema michelada, because it's got the gomitas. It's a goma michelada. Others will have shrimp. So the Guatemalan recipe says either put it with the dried shrimp on the side or cooked shrimp, on the edge of it. Some will add they'll dress it with lemon and a lime wheel, and sometimes celery. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. So have fun with the michelada. So I wanted to try this one. So I hadn't tried it. I hadn't opened it. So I figured, oh my goodness, it actually has. It actually does have. That's why the plastic is all the way around. So here's the little packet and so it says recipe book original. Add the spice pouch, pour your favorite beer, add ice, stir it up, and enjoy. The gourmet, rim your cup with your michelada dip, add 4 ounces of your premium Flores Michelada liquid mix, pour your favorite beer, and enjoy.
So you can put that just with the regular Mexican beers or your Latin beers, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna use my little guy because I'm gonna try. I don't want to make the whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be using my Modelo beer because it's Modelo. Come on. And I am using my tajin. So I just put the lime juice on the edge and then just dressing it with the tajin. Even if you buy one of those pre-made ones, it's fun to put some of your, either a salt rim or a chili salt. You can do all sorts of different things. You can add a little bit of sugar in there just to give it a little bit of something, especially if it's a sweeter one. So I'm going to try this little
brown sugar or a white or a white pure cane.
Oh, the brown I think would sound pretty good. So I'm just gonna do some of it, and I'm going to open up my Modelo and pour it in there, and see it does fizz it up. And of course, I don't have my spoon or my stir with me, so I will do without. Oh, but you can smell.
What is the smell on that one?
So the smell on this one, it's kind of tomatoey, with the beer. So
like your So like to me, because I've never had those, so I want to say probably like a beer Bloody Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Similar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some people call it a red beer. You'll go somewhere and you'll get your beer, and then you'll have either tomato or clamato, and then you just add it to it.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's pretty mild. I think making this one, I would add a little bit more of, I would do the Maggi here just to give it a little something, something. Just a couple of drops, not a whole lot. And
Now,
maybe
is that a sweetener or a salt?
It's a salt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a seasoning salt. I usually, when I use it, it's for cooking.
Yeah.
And it's very sparingly that I use that one. And yes, I'm going to use my
I didn't bring any limes up tonight to the office, but
yeah.
I'm betting limes in any of these would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Lime
I added a little bit of lime juice. It's like this is similar to a soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So I'm eating drinking the mango chili and eating my tacos.
This is my next one. Okay, now my taco's falling apart.
Yeah, this is where the tacos start to fall apart because they're they're about 30 to 40 minutes old. And let's face it, when you go to Taco Bell, you eat them right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But there was one thing that I told you I was going to bring every week this month. You remember what it was?
Your Doritos?
Doritos. I almost thought about getting the Dorito tacos. I did.
I almost got a Dorito taco. Also thinking about you, but I didn't see it on the menu, and I already had, the taco on my mind, so I just went with that. But I did think about getting the local Dorito taco just in honor of you.
Yeah. I know we weren't on last week because we just had some issues, but last week I had I had a bag of Doritos that was probably going to last all month, right? And Gwen, one night she's in there, she goes, "I'm hungry. Can I eat your Doritos?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she's going to the store on Saturday. I said, "By the way, pick me up another bag of Doritos," because I said I was going to have Doritos on every week's podcast this month. So I got a fresh bag.
Yay.
And she's like, does the flavor matter? I'm like, just regular nacho cheese. I'm doing it as a gag for the show.
Right. Because it's funny. Yeah, I ran out of my Juanitas, so I got new ones. They're crunchy or crunchier than the other ones.
But my chips are Kroger brand. They're organic yellow corn. The organic, and that's usually the chips. We usually get the yellow or the blue.
Oh.
Organic brands.
Okay.
And I just decided to get yellow rather than blue this time. So, to me, the yellow, a little bit better taste with your dip, all right, as opposed to the blue. A little more, to me, the blue's got a little more cardboardish taste to it.
Okay. I haven't tried the blue chips other than at a restaurant.
Yeah. The ones at restaurants where they give you the multiple ones, it's different because now you're playing with it and you don't care. But when you're eating only the blues, they're drier. They're drier is what it is. This is not something I would sip. This is something I would drink. Is that it? Yeah.
Right. This is when you're thirsty, it's hot, you want a good, like a good beer, but with a little bit of something.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm debating if I should try the orange one since that's new to me. And I've never had it before, so I think I'm going to go with the orange. Oh, and the other thing is with the michelada, you want ice. I forgot to bring my ice, so I'm just going to use my big cube of ice. It's not the same.
Mine are pretty cold. I kept mine right in the refrigerator until about 5 minutes before we went live today. So mine has stayed chilled. And I still have my seltzer water to cleanse my palate. So
there you go. Okay, so this one's a lot lighter. Most of the time, you're going to have a red beer. This one is very much orangey.
And you said that's the orange flavor? So, mine was the mango flavor. And the other one I have is the, it says pina picante. Pina picante, is that right?
Yep. So it's a hot pineapple. I should have gone with the
hot pineapple.
Mm-hmm. It's chili. Well, it's hot as in spicy, not hot as in. It's
I know. No. I get that. Like, and it's funny because, like, I just, one of the things we do with the grill is grill pineapples.
Oh, I love that. Mm.
And we generally put a little cinnamon onto it and grill them, but. Ooh. Again, I hit too fast and I got a head onto it.
25% of the head still has beer in it.
Okay.
So this one, I'd never had it before. I was debating it. I almost grabbed the pineapple one.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we both have different ones. We don't have the same ones. I'm glad we did that.
So this one tastes almost like an orange soda, like a Fanta,
Fanta. Yeah. When I think orange soda, I think Fanta. Wait a minute. But Fanta makes a pineapple Fanta. And I'm telling you, I'm this, like it's this far from me. I can smell the pineapple. Oh, man.
With the pico de gallo, it tastes real, or excuse me, with the tajin.
Yeah.
That goes very well. I like that. Okay. I was debating if I was going to like this or not. I was hesitant. And that's why I picked up this one because I said, oh, I know I like the mango chili one.
Oh, this one. This is like a pineapple soda.
I definitely like this one better than the Flores Michelada. This one's just okay. I wouldn't buy it again, but I had to try it, and it had been sitting there. And so then once we knew we were going to be doing micheladas, I saved it. I'm like, nope, that's going to be saved. But you can make your own at home if you want to simplify it. If you have clamato, use clamato. If not, use a tomato juice only. Don't use too much. It's better if you, not like a V8. A V8 is very thick. You want something that's a little bit more watery.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce, lime, salt, pepper, and that's it. That's all it really takes. And just kind of don't put too much unless you start with a couple of, and then if you want some Tabasco. The other thing you can do is that you can make different flavors. So you can get a mango, puree it with some chamoy. Chamoy, you can get it at most Mexican little markets where it has this tangy sweetness to it, and you blend it, and then you add all your ingredients. And on that one, you would definitely want to do either the tajin, or you'll want to do the tajin and then add a little bit of brown sugar in it. And you still want to use the lime for the edge of your glass to garnish it. And on something like that, you can then dress it with the gummy bears. You can dress it with shrimp. You can do so many different things. Anything that's very fresh and summery.
Can I tell you, like, when you drink this, it's like you don't get the, like, when we said it had the picante, the bite.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the bite until it's in the back of your throat.
Right.
Goes very well with. All right, I'm glad I got the taco supremes, which have the sour cream on them.
Mm-hmm.
So the sour cream makes for a creamy / pineapple-y / spicy. You know what I mean? So.
Well, apparently I can't let you go, Tim. I like reading these. They're kind of fun. But this definitely goes well with Taco Bell tacos. I mean, it's going to go with any crunchy taco, but this is good. I like this. And this orange one, this one's a new one. This one is very yummy. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be spicy. I don't see it as, this is really not spicy. I was trying to see if there was any other information on here, but this one's brewed in Mexico. So
all the Modelo products brewed in Mexico?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and imported?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought all Modelo.
Well, it's originally from Jalisco, like the area where Puerto Vallarta is. But this particular one, I think they probably got bought out. I didn't research it. but this one is brewed in California. But here you got the little guy, selling the little fruit on the cart. So that one's kind of cute. It says this distinctive blend delivers a spin on the classic michelada flavor with a unique and authentic LA twist. And so I'll have to do that some other time. I'm not going to pop it open because this is a tall boy. You're not looking at a little one.
I know. I just broke up 2 tall boys that I'll never drink all of these.
Yeah, right. These usually will run between $350 to $450, depending on where you're getting them, but usually closer to the $350 than the $450. Yeah. This one was $345 or $49 plus the 10-cent recycle. This one was this one was $360 plus the 10-cent recycle, so it's $370.
Okay. So I mean, if you had something like this made in the pub, is it a $3 drink, $5 drink, or $10 drink?
It's the cost of the beer, and then add $2. So it can run between $5 to $8.
Okay.
Because they will make it for the most part in a big. Most places will make it like this, but if you're at an authentic Mexican restaurant, they'll make it in that nice big goblet. And the other nice thing is that they will bring you the rest of the beer in a glass.
So you can add into it?
Yeah. So if they're using fresh beer or if it's in the bottle. So if half the bottle is still full because of all the other ingredients, they just bring you the beer. So you're getting your beer. And then plus the other ingredients. So it depends. But it shouldn't be more than $8 unless you're at some fancy foo-foo restaurant. And then if you're at a fancy foo-foo restaurant, you probably wouldn't be drinking a michelada anyway. You'd probably be drinking their house-made margarita, because they got some good stuff.
Which we promise we will make margaritas in June.
Mm-hmm.
Our margaritas, twice now we've had margarita day kind of pass by us.
Yeah. So it'll be the first Monday of June. We will do make your own margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
If you have something favorite that you've had before that you like, a specific flavor, let us know. You never know. We might decide to pick one of yours instead of what we were originally planning on making. So.
That's right. So I'm trying to think of a way to tell the person who has never tasted this before. They walked into a bar looking for a unique drink. What other drink would you compare this to say, hey, try this? If they're used to another drink, can you think of another drink?
So it has some of the ingredients that a Bloody Mary has, but you're swapping out the vodka with beer.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to be as much alcohol?
It does, yeah, because it's the amount of beer. It's whatever the beer. This is your alcohol right here. This is all you have of beer, or this is all you have of alcohol is whatever. You can make it with any beer. You can make it with Modelo. You can make it with Pabst Blue Ribbon. You can make it with Tecate, whatever you want, really. But most of the time, it's just a blonde. Once in a while, somebody will pick a darker beer, but not usually, because then it just, the flavors are different. All these flavors will go bye-bye with the darker beer. The closest
I'm thinking that if I had tacos with a darker beer, I wouldn't like tacos.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I would say it's a Bloody Mary with beer instead of with vodka.
Okay.
And that'll be about your somewhat same ingredients.
But like the sweet flavor ones, like I have here, the mango chili and the pineapple.
Oh,
what? Because I'm thinking pineapple. I was thinking pineapple soda is what it tastes like, and you said the orange one tastes like an orange Fanta.
Yes. So it'll be like a pina colada, only instead of rum, you have beer in there. So it
okay, that explains it. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of being nice and thick, it's watered down.
Yeah.
And that's okay because you still have your flavors of your pineapple in there. It's a little sweet, but then the beer gives it that little bit of hoppy flavor, but it's because it's a blonde beer, it's lighter.
Yeah.
So it's very refreshing. It really is.
See, I would think this would be a summery type.
Oh yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
they would be drinking this around, you know what I mean? Like the next weekend's Memorial Day weekend. They would be drinking this around Memorial Day weekend outside.
Yep.
So
By the
down here to
pool.
Texas, well, Texas, you know, Mexico, the heat.
Mhm.
All right. You want to drink something that's refreshing, but not going to load you down.
Mhm. And this one, because of the ingredients in the mixing with the clamato or the tomato juice, it lightens it up to where you're not going to feel that I'm bloated.
Yeah.
Usually, if you drink a beer, you're going to feel bloated. This, not saying there's going to be no bloating, but I'm saying it's going to take longer for you to feel that. Oh my goodness, my tummy hurts
Yeah.
because you have all the other ingredients that are, one, slowing you down, but two, you're not drinking as much beer as fast.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, you know what I mean? You picture the old movie and the guys chugging their beer down. I couldn't picture chug. Well, then again, I don't chug anything, so
Right.
I don't know. But I can see putting a straw in this and pouring it over ice.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never pour a beer over ice.
Right. See here, I have one big cube.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cube is supposed to be ice, but one cube, it's very slowly, it's melting, it keeps it cold. That's part of the appeal of it, is that even though you're outside,
Mhm.
it keeps your drink cold and it's
Yeah.
refreshing.
Hey, Robert, thanks for joining us tonight. So, well, hold on. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put like I do have a couple ice cubes up there. I didn't bring the big old ice pack up tonight. I just brought a few ice cubes. No.
I'm using my chip as my fork here.
Well, you know, I think we talked about earlier in the month. You know what I mean? You should have the extra tortilla down there to catch all the drippings from your taco, and you have an extra taco.
Right.
Why someone never thought of that, I don't know.
I topped it off with the taco sauce.
Okay. Gives it a little extra chill with the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike a beer, I mean, you put ice in a beer, it's just weird. I can't do ice.
Yeah.
But
No way. But this, it goes well because it is not just beer. There's other flavors in there.
It tastes like a beer, though, Gladys. It tastes like a in this case here, this tastes like a refreshing pineapple drink.
Yep. That's what I like about these when I started to taste the different flavors. And again, it's wherever you're going. And if you're getting it fresh, oh my goodness. Because I found a recipe where it was that you puree the mango with the chamoy. And that's your base. And so imagine this with, pure mango. Oh my goodness. When it's nice and ripe. Got to wait for it to be nice and ripe. Otherwise, it's going to take away the flavor.
If you can find them, Carta Blanca and Takata. I've seen the Takata beer, but I've not seen the Takata. Again, we found Modelo in the store here. Are good Micheladas. And surprisingly, Jack in the Box tacos are pretty good with beer. I can imagine that. All right. The Jack in the Box tacos, like.
So one of my friend, Amy, 25 years ago, we had gone to Jack in the Box and she wanted tacos. And I'm like, the what? I mean, Jack in the Box 25 years ago, tacos? And she would get 2 crunchy tacos. That was her thing. And she loved them. That's what she would get at Jack in the Box.
Yeah, but wait. The Jack in the Box, all right. Didn't Carl's Jr. do a set of tacos too? I can't remember. But like the Jack in the Box taco, all right, to me was like, it was that junk food that would fill you up enough, right? It wasn't like a luxurious taco. It was a basic,
no, it was basic
taco. But boy, it would fill you up and take the hunger out of your stomach. I remember that because I remember being in my broke days. Getting a cheap Jack in the Box burger and a taco. Okay, I'm full. I'm good. I can. That'll carry me. So
Yeah, right. No, sometimes those little things are, I was going, how much are they charging for the freaking tacos? And
I
it's
want
like,
to say they were like 2 for 99 cents. When I first moved here 25 years ago to Dallas, they were 2 for $1.
yeah, they're cheap, and now it's like the supreme. I got 3. It was almost 8, it was 7 and change.
Yeah. My thing with the meal was $8 plus change. Plus, I paid the delivery fee to bring to our shout out tonight to Grubhub deal. Grubhub. Who was my Grubhub? Oh, wait a minute. I'll give a shout out to my Grubhub delivery guy.
Well,
His
you know
name
what?
was.
Grubhub can come in very handy when you are running from one meeting to the next and trying to get here. And
Woo, thank you for delivering my Taco Bell tonight. He was a pretty nice guy. He followed my instructions. Because we're still, some people are still skittish about being around people. My instructions are put it on my bench and ring my doorbell. So you don't have to come in contact with me. And on the bench, I can open the door and pick it up.
right.
So, and this guy did exactly that. So he's a really good kid. So, but I look at how much they make in a fee and I'm like, oh my God, how much does he actually make per order to drive that? I don't know.
It depends, because there's a fee that is associated. They get a certain dollar amount, and then on top of that, tips. And with the way that gas prices are, I'm hearing that a lot of these delivery services are increasing their fees, but the problem is they're not passing that fee down to the drivers.
The driver's got to pay the freaking bill.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And yeah, they're self-employed. They can write off the miles, but sometimes the write-off is not worth the amount that you're spending on gas. So,
not to make this part of my business podcast, but I've always done things. I've done whatever I can do with the tools I have. And then I'm always looking for the tools that I can spend less time and less expenses to make more money.
Right.
So you got nothing. It's a start. It'll put $1 or $2 in your pocket to keep you fed.
Right.
Right. If you got a car, but it's not you're not going to get rich doing it. You know what I mean? It's a starter. And just like, this is what I believe in this, in the fast food industry, they're starter jobs.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a career. This is a starter job. So
yeah. When I was in high school, I was a waitress, and when I was graduating, told the boss, and he wanted me to continue working, and I'm like, okay, it's an hour commute from where I'm moving to. It is not worth it to me to take a 2-hour commute both ways for what I was getting paid. Plus, I'm like, well, I'm still going to be in school. I'm like, yeah, sorry, boss. This is a great job, but no, not doing this.
So Grubhub just sent me a text, asked me to rank their thing. So I'm going to rank this while on the air, Grubhub. Since you're getting our shout out tonight. Grubhub here. Tell us about your order from Taco Bell. Reply stop to stop these texts. When was your order delivered? Early, number 1, early, number 2, on time, number 3, late. It was number 2. It was right on time. Right? See if they give me another question. Okay. Was the food good? Yes or no? It was Taco Bell.
Well, the thing is, it's like, that's not a great question to ask, because, what somebody says is good is what somebody says not so good. But for me, it would be more important. Did it get there warm, or was it soggy because it took too long to get there?
Yeah. Okay. Question number 3, was your order correct? Yes. And it gives yes or no. See if it gives me another one. Question number 4, did the driver respect your contact-free delivery preference? Oh, yes, he did.
Nice.
All right. By the way, I hate taking these surveys. Rate your overall experience, 5 excellent to 1 poor. Let's give him a 5. What do you think?
Nice. Yep. He deserved it. He did good. He took care of you. He followed instructions.
Yeah. Tell us your thoughts on this restaurant. I really don't have thoughts. Taco Bell, right?
That's what I would write. It's Taco Bell. See, I would say something like that, because it's like, it's Taco Bell. Hello.
I'm writing a sentence, and I'll tell you guys as soon as I'm done typing out what I wrote. So
the thing is, y'all, the reason he used Grub was Grubhub was because his local Taco Bell is currently closed. And it was more cost effective for him to order it so he can get ready and prep because he was, he had just gone home.
It takes about 20 minutes to prep this show every night. So before we go in there. So it asks, all right, so the question, tell us your thoughts on the restaurant. I wrote, it was good, needed Taco Bell and didn't have time to get it. Saved me the time. All right. That's exactly what I'm typing because that's exactly what they did tonight. Thanks. We appreciate your help signing off Grubhub. So, and I don't usually like to take those things, by the way. I hate when Amazon messages me like 14 times, review your product. It was good. I like to write, it was good. That's my review. All right. But then, that voice thing, that starts with an A. Yeah, I'm not going to mention her name because she's close by. When she gives me a notification and then asks me about the product, I'm like, I say her name and I say, shut up.
I thought you would say her name and then give your opinion. And I guess that is your opinion of hush up.
I don't want you using the voice technology to ask me about the product. If I'm going to do a review, I will sit down at my desk and do a review. Right. I'm not a review guy. All right. I just not my fan to do things. And I know even as I say that, when Gladys and I come up with this idea for the show, I knew I'm not somebody who reviews things well. It's not. All right. So to me, you guys are getting weird experiences from me explaining it because I'm not the guy I'm not the foodie who can criticize our recipe tonight,
But it's fun to just chat about. That's different. We're just chatting about what we're eating and what we're drinking. But I have to have some kind of incentive if I'm going to sit down and do a survey. I had somebody call me one time about a survey. And I said, how long is it going to take? He said 2 minutes. And I said, I'll give you the 2 minutes. All right. So he starts asking me the questions and then they start getting a little bit more complicated. And then I'm like, dude, it's been well over 2 minutes. Oh, I'm almost done. I said, no, you're not. Because if you told me 2 minutes and we're at 5, that means that we're almost done means another 10 minutes. So nope, I'm done. Click. No, if he would have said 10 minutes, I could have decided, do I have 10 minutes? Am I okay giving him 10 minutes? And the answer might have been yes, while I finish doing what I'm doing, or no, I don't have the time. But what he did is he irritated me. And I don't like being irritated. That's just annoying. You don't want to see me when I'm irritated. No. It's worse than the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Well, that's it. All right. And as we go through our food products and stuff like that, I don't want to do, food. I'm not a food critic. I'm not here to do a food critic. I'm here to tell you what I taste and how well I think things go together. So, but when it comes to reviews, you call me on the phone to ask me to do a survey. The answer is no, I don't do them. All right. You call me to ask me my political opinion. Oh my God, do I go off? I'm just saying, don't call me to ask me if I'm voting for your candidate.
Yeah, because I will give you my opinion and the who's and the what's it.
Yeah, even if I am, I'm going to tell you I'm not. So anyway, but yeah. So so of the ones you had tonight, you didn't open the one, but the ones you had, the one you made and the one you got, which one did you like better? Which tastes better?
The orange is absolutely delicious. It is very light and refreshing. Even the mango one that I've had before, the one you're having with Modelo.
Yeah, I'm having the Modelo mango one. Yeah.
Yeah. Even that one is a little bit heavier than this one. So the naranja, this tastes like Fanta.
Yeah.
So, and I don't drink soda, but I do remember the taste of Fanta, and that's what I thought about. With you thought of a pineapple soda. So
see, I'm thinking Fanta soda with the pineapple. That's why I like this one, but it does have the bite with the spice behind it. And I do like that. That little bite behind it was really good.
I'm going to have to try it because I was looking at it and I almost got it and I went with the orange. This one, even though it says picoso, which means spicy, in my opinion, it's not spicy at all.
Yeah.
So if you decide, oh, I don't want to try it because it's spicy, it isn't. And the
It's
thing
not,
is,
when I say spicy, it's an afterbite. It's not a sting peppery spice.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
an
no.
afterbite,
yeah,
right?
and it's just enhanced. And when you add ice to it, it's a very refreshing drink.
But also, how do you feel that this idea of Cheladas and Taco Bell went together?
I loved it. This tasted really good.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. I'm like going, this I can hang with this.
Yeah.
And believe me, I'm not a Taco Bell person. So
No, when you wait a minute, you think about it, when you go to Taco Bell to eat, have you looked at the drinks they have? They're all like Mountain Dew and like, really, really like high energy, high sugary type drinks.
yeah.
So when we say that these are a sweeter beer, I can see the sweeter beer going with it because that's the soft drinks they pair with them in their store.
Yep. Yeah, and I think they're all Pepsi products.
I think they are. Yeah, they're the same company owns them as PepsiCo. So, but in Texas they have Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Because like it's a sin to have a fast food restaurant in Texas and not have Dr. Pepper. It's a sin.
That Dr. Pepper was my go-to for a while.
I mean, even In-N-Out Burger has, from California,
Really?
has Dr. Pepper here. Yeah.
Okay. Check them out. I am enjoying my Juanita's crispy chips and salsa.
Okay, I'm enjoying another one of my Doritos.
Doritos. But yeah, check them out. And you know what? Get one and share it. These are sold only in singles. I've never seen them in anything other than singles.
I'm gonna have Gwen taste them and take them downstairs to see what she thinks. She might like these too but
I don't even know how many.
I mean, I don't know if I could drink this whole one myself.
25 fluid ounces, y'all. Or 24 on this one. 24 on this one, 25 on this one. So that's a lot of ounces. It's a tall boy. It's bigger than a tall boy. Most tall boys are only 16 ounces.
Yeah, they are. So, all right. So this is a good episode tonight. All right, because this is stuff I've never tasted these before. This is the first. Right.
And that's why I went with this one to check it out and try something new. Oh, look. No wonder this one has 1 more ounce. It's taller.
Yeah. About the same width too, though, is the can. Same width. Same width.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, okay.
So I will see how much I like Estrella over here, but the Modelo ones, I'm gonna have to try that pineapple one. That's my next one, or just go with the traditional. If you want to start, they do have them where it just says Chelada or Michelada on it, and it's a red can, and that's just your traditional one. If you're at a good Mexican restaurant, ask for a Michelada. That's almost like ordering a Bloody Mary or a mimosa when you're at another restaurant. Ordering a Michelada with brunch, they will have it for the most part.
All right. We have any shout outs this week? Other than my shout out to Taco Bell.
And to Nick at Plaid Pantry, thank you for having what I was looking for. I was disappointed that I didn't have the Modelo Mango Chelada at Safeway. So Nick at Plaid Pantry, thanks so much.
Cool. Shout out to my wife. She's the one who went shopping for me.
There you go. And to Grubhub.
And to Grubhub for making our delivery tonight. So, and no shout out to the close by Taco Bell that was not open. Yeah, no shout out to that. No, anyway, well, next week we have a very interesting podcast coming up next week. Where is my folder?
Mexican beers. It's in the front. Remember, you always keep it in the front with your sheet in there.
Here it is. So, that's wait a minute. That's the June notes we have. So next week we have Mexican beers. All right. We'll pick, we pick some local. We're gonna do some local barbecue. You got local barbecue to do up there?
There's always local barbecue. We got Slick's Big Time Barbecue. I met them when they came in first at the St. Paul Rodeo many years ago, and they opened up their place in Newburgh, and now they're in Wilsonville, and they are absolutely delicious barbecue. The cornbread, oh my goodness. Whatever you get, it's yummy.
So, and it'll be well, then again, it'll be a holiday, so it'll be easier to go out and get the stuff next week than it is today. All right, I'm going to use a local barbecue place here as well, and then some Mexican beers. We're going to get. I'm going to get 2 or 3 Mexican beers, and we're going to just try them. And we're doing it because it's Memorial Day weekend, so we're really trying to do the beer and barbecue type ideas.
Yep.
All right, and we're going to close out. That'll with exception of June, we're going to do our margaritas on June 6th. So.
Yep. And then we already have June planned out for y'all. We're planning July. We have some ideas for July already and August. So throw us your ideas. What would you like to see? What's refreshing? What ideas do you want for your outings, your picnics?
Cool. So, all right. Well, my name is Tim Gillette, Simple Easy Marketing. I'm one of the hosts here. All right, check me out, simpleeasyevents.com. And my co-host is
Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design, helping those small businesses in Oregon, Washington, and California. You can find me at insurancedesignpros.com.
Cool. All right, guys, we appreciate you. We will see you next week.